Yay. Good morning. Welcome to your practice, and it's an honor to guide your practice, and it's an honor to honor your practice. And getting on your mat with the intention of moving, of breathing, of connecting, of offering yourself time for deep, deep, deep self-care, right? So welcome, guys. Okay, so I have 2 blocks and blankets. I have a bolster here. I have a feeling everything is going to get thrown in. So good. All right, well, let's start like this. Last night we did meditation and we started with this heart mudra. And we'll just bring all the fingers together and just hold that. You can even look at it for a moment, breathe through it, and then slowly descend it down to your heart. Bow your chin, close your eyes, drop your jaw. And even imagining or seeing in your closed eyes that heart shape. And knowing that your actual heart is not that shape, but it is the idea of the 2 lobes, a little narrower at the bottom. We'll take one more breath here. And then we're just going to open this. So you're just going to let all the finger pads come together in this nice, open, free-flowing space in front of your heart. We'll take one more breath. Good. And now separate your hands so the palms face your body. Lightly interlace your fingers just at the first knuckle. And then the thumbs go up like little goalposts, and we bring this right into the heart, like you're just holding, protecting, nourishing, nurturing. And then stay like this, eyes closed. And you're just going to start to lift your chin up as if you're looking up at the sun and receiving the sun. And feel as you lift your chin, the tailbone moves back. And this is like cat. Oh no, this is cow pose. And then as you exhale, slowly lower the chin down until you feel that place where your sit bones are, on the ground, even. You feel like you have good alignment in your posture. Let your elbows hang, shoulders drop, jaw soft. Take one more full breath in. Full breath out. And then if this feels really supportive, keep your hands here. Otherwise, bring the palms together in front of your heart. And we'll open practice and chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Gently bowing your chin. Release your hands to your thighs and lifting your chin and open your eyes. Okay, so we are going to stand up and start moving, but let's start on your backs. We'll just receive some grounding. So just remove your props. Take a moment, lower yourself. And once you come down, just pause here. You can take your arms over your head if you like, stretch your legs long or keep your knees bent, whatever you need. Just feel in to your body, to the support of the floor. And just take 3 breaths, however you are, and allow yourself or invite yourself to deeply meet the floor and for the floor to meet you. Okay, from here, my friends, I'm going to bend the knees. I'm going to try and do it at the same time and place the feet on the floor and let them arrive at the same time, just for fun. Walk your feet nice and wide apart and then just move into windshield wiper. Just rocking your knees side to side, being aware of the floor, your back, your hips, your mid-back, anything moving here. Nice, deep, full, releasing, receiving breaths. Good. And the next time we drop the knees over, let's say to the right side. Just roll yourself over to your right side. Use your hands to pick yourself up, but keep the hands on the floor, the legs as they are. You can separate them. So just come up, walk your hands behind you. We're just going to take twist here. So I'd walk my hands behind, and then we sometimes just lower down. But right here, feel your hands on the floor. Lift your hips, and then place your hips back down. Walk your hands a little bit more if you can, and then lower down onto your forearms, or stay on your hands, and whatever feels okay. Breathe here. Find some little movement. So you might even rock your hips, your back. It's just find some natural movement. Don't make it too complicated. Breathe here. And notice if your shoulders are just kind of coming up towards your ears, and see if you can take them back and then anchor from the shoulders into the elbows. And come back up onto your hands. Walk yourself around so you're like back at your mat. Take your right hand, take it underneath the left. I hope we're on the right side. So that you're coming from the opposite to your knees, and then roll back onto your back. Hopefully that worked. Right, left. So whatever side you did, just come here, pause, walk your feet apart, turn your heels out, drop the knees in. Nice big breath in and out. Do that one more time. Good. Separate your knees. Drop the knees over to the left. Yeah, take your right arm all the way up and over. Press yourself up. And then walk your hands behind you. So you just take the hands for a little walk. Spread your fingers, anchor, lift your hips, put them back, and then walk your hands a little more, if that gave you some space. Lower to the forearms. And then again, just find some little movements here. So you could be on your, you might be all the way down. You might still be on your hands. All good. Just rocking your body. A little bit here, just looking for space. Good. Hey, notice if your shoulders are just hunkering up towards the ears, and pull them away, anchor down into the elbows. Breathe. Good. And then we come back up on the hands. This time the left hand is going to sneak underneath the right. You'll lower down, roll back onto your back. Good. Okay, place your arms wherever you like. Take that basic resting pose. So feet wide, knees together. Breathe in and out. Take one more big breath. Breathe out. Good. Okay, separate your knees. Find your center on your mat. And then walk your feet in a little bit so that they're hip distance apart. So they're not right touching, and they can come in a little bit. We're going to lift the hips a few times. So, you all know it. Find your space. And then I'm going to take my arms over the head, but they don't have to go there. You can put them wherever you like. And feel your feet. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, press the back into the floor. The hips are going to lift. Push the feet, the head into the earth, the arms. If your arms are over your head, extend, reach, open your hands, spread your fingers. And then exhale, keep stretching the arms away as you lower down from top to bottom. And you're just going to do that exact same thing again. So you inhale, arch your back. Exhale, press down to rise up. Inhale here, get nice and long, juicy, push the feet down and away. And then exhale, lower from top to bottom. So just lengthening, stretching, opening. And last one, inhale. And exhale, press down, lift your hips, stretch. And exhale, lower. Okay. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Bring your right knee into your chest. Hug it in. We're going to keep the left leg bent. Okay, rock this right knee out to the right and drop your left knee to the left. Yes. And then bring the knees back up. Cross the right knee over to the left, and the left knee might come in a little bit to the right. Just do that, maybe 2 more times. It's opening your hips in this asymmetrical way. Okay, let's do one more. Good. And then come to center. So the knees are in their center. And take the left hand to the left thigh. Just hold it there. Open the right knee out to the right and pull it up towards your right shoulder. And now take that right arm to the inside. We're going for happy baby. Grab hold of the baby toe edge. And because we have the left leg bent, I'm even going to walk my left foot in towards my hips a little closer. I can push the left foot down, lift the left hip, and bring this right knee to the floor. Then once I have that, I'm going to try and keep the right knee to the floor and drop the left knee out to the left. And it's not going to go that far. Breathe here. And one more breath. Good. Okay. Then you can keep that left side as it is. If you want to lower it, you can bring it back. The right knee's going to lift. I'm just going to take the right hand to grab hold of the inside of the right heel. And I'm going to invite this leg to go straight. So if I have the left hip lifting a little bit, I get more space. Just open, stretch. No, this is the beginning of your practice, so we're just opening. I'm going to take one more breath. And then we'll pick that right leg up, cross that right ankle over your left knee. And move the left hand to your tummy, right hand to that thigh, your right thigh you can touch there. And now push the thigh away. Breathe. Take one more breath. And then we're going to go to thread the needle. So we'll bring the left thigh in, hands behind the left thigh or on top of the left shin if you're that open. Still the beginning of our practice. From here, I'm just going to rock this in and out. And if that doesn't work for you, just hang out and breathe. Smile. You can rock side to side if you like. Good. Let's take one more of this moving pigeon, and then we're just going to settle in here. So you can flex your feet, smile and breathe into whatever sensations are awakened. One more breath. Good. And then we'll release, lower the left foot to the floor, uncross, and then maybe we'll stretch both legs out for a moment. Take your arms over your head if you like, or keep them down by your sides, just to feel the sensations or the difference in the two sides. Take one more breath in and out. Good. And then I'm going to bend the knees again. I'm going to bring the feet to the floor and try and do that so that they touch at the same time, just for fun. Good. Okay. And then we're going to come to a little bridge. So walk your feet in, stretch your arms, inhale, arch your back. Exhale, press down, lift your hips. And then slowly lower down. Good. One more time. Just moving at your own pace. Lift and lower. And then once you come down, take the arms up and over, bring the left knee in, change the interlace, keep the right leg bent. Good. And we're just going to drop this left knee out to the left and let the right knee drop out to the right. You can add some flexion into your feet. Okay, I didn't say this before, I should have. If you need something for your head, my friends, put it in. Good. And then inhale, bring everything to center. And exhale, open, opposite sides. And just do this a few times. Just opening and closing. Good. Okay. And then bring it to center. And we'll set up for half happy baby. So I'll take the right hand. I'm just going to hold my right thigh just gently. Left arm to the inside. Grab the baby toe edge of the foot and start to open. And then you have that right foot. You push the foot into the floor. Lift your right hip. And you might get that left knee to touch the earth. And we breathe. Explore, experience, receive. Okay, and then I'm going to take, so you might come back to center and move your hand to the inside of the heel. And then just start to open that leg. And it doesn't need to, do anything. You're just looking for a sensation, a stretch. Good. Okay, and then bringing it back to center, crossing ankle over knee, pausing, for a breath or two. Place your hands. Maybe the left hand holds the front of the left thigh. You kind of push it away. And then we'll move to thread the needle. So hands behind the thigh. Change the interlace of your fingers. Hands can be on top of the shin if you prefer. And then find some movement here. So again, I'm just rocking this in and out. And that's also just kind of opening the low back a little bit. The hips. So whatever works for you. If that's a side to side is better, then that's great. Good. Okay, and then we'll do one more breath of this moving. And then just settle into stillness. And smile. And feel. We'll move into our sensory awareness. Good. Okay, I'm going to release. Bring both knees into your chest. Hug them in and out. You can move your hands to hug them in. And then you press the knees away, just moving. And we're going to take this to rock and roll to bring ourselves up to sitting and maybe all the way to standing. And you can always just roll to your side and come up, but so I'm going to take the hands behind the thighs and just start to get into this rocking and rolling. Might take it all the way, the feet right over the head. And feel. So I'm going to do maybe a few more. And then you can come up to sitting or up to standing. You bring your hands to the floor and you kind of push yourself up. And then you come up. Like it's magic. All right. Good. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to grab my blocks, bring the blocks to the front of my mat, make sure everything's nice and visible. Okay. Good. All right, and then just bring yourself to the front of your mat. And once you're here, we'll just bring the hands together at the heart. Feel free to close your eyes if you like, or just drop your gaze. Feel your breath. Feel your feet on the floor. Start to rock yourself a little bit front to back. Good. Okay. So settle in. Anchor your feet to the floor. Okay, lift your heart. Inhale as you are. Exhale, take your arms down by your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Like you're embracing the sun. Look up. Now as you exhale, open the arms out, bend your knees, fold forward. Take your hands to your blocks or to the floor. And then inhale, lift your head and your heart. And exhale and fold. And let's just do that 2 more times. Good. Okay, last one. Good. Okay, now we're going to step the right foot forward a little bit, and the left foot's coming back, and you can wiggle it, and we'll move into our lunge. And then from this lunge, I'm just going to straighten the legs and bend them. And they don't have to be perfectly straight. You can always walk your blocks back if you need to. I'm just getting in. And the next time I come forward into lunge, I'm going to stay here. And you might just stay here. Really extend through the back heel, or take your arms off the blocks and reach up to the sky and sit down into this warrior one. And press up through the back leg, take your bottom ribs back, and take that front knee forward more. Good. And then release your hands to the floor, to the blocks or the floor. Bring the right foot back a little bit and step the left foot forward. Inhale and exhale, fold. And I'm just going to hang out here. So you can already feel a difference in the backs of the legs. So your knees can be bent. Send the weight into the heels. Close your eyes. Take one more breath in. Breathe out. And then anchor your hands. Lift your head and your heart. And we're just going to do second side. So the left foot comes forward. Right foot goes to the back. Maybe it wiggles. And then just straighten and bend a few times. If you want to walk the blocks back or take your hands back, that's all fine. Just moving here in your legs. Good. Okay, and then the next time you come forward into lunge, we'll just refine it. So you can get nice and strong through your back leg. The front knee moves forward. You can look forward or take your hands, arms off, and reach up and find your warrior one. You sit down more in your legs, but nice and strong. Take the bottom ribs back. Reach the arms up. Smile. And release. Good. Okay, take that left foot back a little bit. Bring the right foot to meet it. Inhale. Then exhale and fold. Okay, and stay here. Just breathing, releasing, feeling, making little shifts. Good. Nice. Okay. So hands back up on the blocks if you're using them. Inhale, lift your chin and your heart. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your chin and your heart. Stay here. Step the right foot forward, left foot back. And then we're going to drop it like it's hot. So you're going to turn that left heel to the right and then pop that heel out more so the toes kind of come in. Now take your block with your right hand and bring it back to about mid-right shin. Straighten your legs, bring the left hand to your hip, open your chest. Now open your legs, push into the floor. Now I feel I can go wider, so I'm just walking my back leg. And then it's like the right foot's pushing the mat forward, the back foot's pushing it back. Reach your left arm up. Breathe. Take the right hip back. Good. Release. Hands back to the blocks. Lift the back leg up. Return the blocks back. Take the right foot back. Step the left foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your head and your heart. Stay here. Step the left foot forward and the right foot back. Then turn it. And you look at it and kind of want to pigeon toe that back foot in so the heel turns out. Take the left hand with the block to the mid shin. Straighten your legs, right hand to your hip. Then you open your chest to the side. Nice and strong through your legs, belly strong. That left hip comes in and we reach the right arm up. And you breathe, extend everywhere you can. Smile. Breathe. Good. And then release. And this time I'm going to step back to downward facing dog. So I'll just put my blocks wherever they need to go. Step back. And breathe in your dog. Good. Okay, we're going to just take tiger dog. So I'm going to jump my feet as wide as my mat and up like just a foot length. Like it's just a boop. And then I'll lift the heels high, so will you. Bend your knees, press the knees open so they're moving apart. Now lift your sit bones up to the sky. Take your gaze forward, push the hands down, lift your heart. Be strong, squeeze your arms towards each other. Good. And now jump your feet forward, and maybe they're gonna go right to your hands and maybe not, it's all fine. Again, I'm gonna turn the blocks back up. Inhale, lift my head and my heart. Exhale, fold, and this time I'm coming all the way up to standing and open the arms out, sit down on the legs, rise up. Touch the palms over your head. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Breathe here. Good. Take one more breath. Okay, so we're gonna set ourselves off balance with eagle pose. I'm just moving, you don't have to. But you're gonna take your block that's by your left side and just put it right by your left foot. And if you don't have a block, it's fine. It's okay. So I just have it on the baby toe and baby side edge of the block. Okay, you're gonna take your arms out to the side once you're here. And we're gonna cross the right elbow underneath the left, bring the palms together. And then you lift the elbows up. Okay, and then we inhale. Exhale, sit down in your legs. Shift the weight over to the left foot. The right foot's gonna come up and over, and the toes can rest on the block. You squeeze the knees together, okay? And you might even, wrap that right foot behind your left leg. And wherever you are, maybe you can lift the elbows, breathe. Good, and then release, come on out, reach up. Hands at your heart. Pause here. Breathe. Release. Good. Okay, and then you can move the right block to the right side of your foot or whatever you need to do. Okay, and then once we're here, take the arms out to the side. Left elbow underneath the right. Hands together. I'm just lowering down so you can see. Okay, and then inhale. Exhale, sit down in your legs, shift the weight to the right leg, take the left leg up and over. And the toes can sit on the block, or you really get the knees together, squeeze, and maybe you move that foot behind the right calf. Then lift the elbows, breathe, drop your shoulders, smile, and then unfurl. And you just reach up, hands together. Pause and breathe. Good. Okay, and then set your blocks however you need to. Come back. Inhale. Now as you exhale, just release the arms by your side. Sweep them up. Reach up. Look up. Exhale. Open your arms. Fold. Hands to your blocks to the floor. Inhale. Lift your chin in your heart. Exhale and fold. Step your right foot forward, left foot back. We're going to warrior two. So we're going to drop that foot, the back foot, and then adjust, heel out, toes in. Look at your right foot, it's pointing straight. Yeah. Now sit down in your right leg. Take the left arm and reach forward and press that left foot back. Now you reach that left arm up, and as it comes up, let your whole self come up and move into warrior two. Adjust your stance, lift your belly. Take your gaze, look at your fingernails. Nice and strong in the right leg. Take yourself back a little bit. One more breath. And then you just windmill your hands all the way back to the blocks. Lift your back heel. Take the blocks, move them off the mat. Just for this moment, hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in your dog, extend your dog. And we're going to take that full vinyasa, coming forward into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, knees first, chest first. Come all the way. Tops of the feet on the earth. Take your hands back. Lift your shoulders. Extend through your legs. Press the toenails, tops of the feet into the earth. Lift your head and your chest. Now the hands can start to push back, but get the shoulders back. Lift yourself. If your legs want to open wide, so fine. And then lower. Good. Pause for a full breath in, full breath out, and we do that again. Your version of cobra could be so low. You might just lift up a little bit. It's all fine. You find your place, open, and lower. Okay, tuck your little toes under, press yourself up, and let's just take a child's pose here. I'm gonna keep my toes tucked under. Yeah, beautiful. Good, take your time. Breathe. Good, okay, now I'm gonna come back up. Okay, we're gonna do the second side, and I'm gonna do that, we're gonna jump, I'm gonna come back to the front of the mat. So from here, I'll take downward dog. Am I still good, or can you guys hear me? Let me see. Okay, I see Lindsay's frozen, so I hope everything's okay. Okay, now come back to downward facing dog. And then I'm just gonna give a little hop and jump the feet wide, bend the knees. Good, okay, and then I'm gonna jump to the front of my mat. Or wherever you go. Bring your hands back, blocks back. And then inhale, lift your chin and your heart. And exhale and fold. And then we'll step the left foot forward, right foot to the back. Gonna drop it like it's hot. Sit down in that front knee. Now I take the right arm. I'm just gonna reach it forward. Press it into the back of the right leg. Find that line. And then come all the way up. And drop into that knee. Open your arms. Yes. Lift your heart. Press the thighs back. Belly in. Lean back towards the back leg. And then windmill your hands all the way back down. Lift. Good. And then we're going to step back, downward dog. So last one. Good. Okay, and then lower down onto your knees. Okay, great. Welcome back. Tops of the feet. Take child's pose. Good. And then walk yourself. Just come to seated, however that looks for you. And we're going to move from here into seated poses. So you might take a blanket to sit on, something to just keep your hips happy. Good. And then, a shawl or something, even though we're, the body's moving, used to moving, but you might want something to keep yourself warm. Okay, and then I'll pull this bolster just so it's handy. Okay, so let's start with the legs wide. Find your place here, and if this is very uncomfortable, you can always put something underneath your knees, and that kind of changes things. And sometimes I know people's heels don't like to be on the floor, so you throw something underneath. And then just come to sit, flex your feet, anchor your heels if you can. Good, breathe. We're just gonna take the arms out to this 30 degrees. You're gonna take all your fingers, bring them in, and just keep the thumbs open like you're hitchhiking. Drop your shoulders. Lift up from the inside. Turn your face up slightly. You can even bend your knees, like that, almost like full goddess here. It can be challenging. You can try that. And just close your eyes. Feel the thumbs extending, shoulders dropping. Play for yourself. See, if I turn my palms to face up, is that happier for my shoulders? Now we're here for 5 more breaths. So smile, nice, strong in your arms. Good. And then release. You can even roll your wrists. You bring your hands down to the floor. And here we are. I'm going to start to let the chin drop, receive that energy, and then the hands come inside. And we're walking to lower down. Okay, now you can bring in your props if you like. So you have your blocks handy. You use them to kind of find what works best for you. So, whatever it is, sometimes I like to angle the bolster away from me because I can go that deep. But if that's not there, you angle the bolster towards you and you rest your forehead on it. And if you don't have a bolster, you can double up your blocks, make a little house for your head, and then rest your forehead if that works. And I'm just going to draw the skin of the forehead to the nose. Really soften your eyes and feel yourself here. Okay, you can play with your blocks, play with your legs, whatever you need for a few moments. And then you drop in deeply. And we're going to stay here for like a little bit. So really make yourself comfortable. And you can even relax your hands. If the backs of the hands that reach the floor, you can turn them up. And just feeling your body release and drop in. And the more you can tuck your chin in, then the happier your brain will be, if that works. Even out your breathing. So if it's ragged or feels, a little tense, you notice all of that, and like it's your baby, you tame your breath. Maybe that was a bad analogy. And just feel that you can relax your breathing. And then you start to listen to that relaxed breath like it's the waves of the ocean, the wind in the trees. Let it be soothing. Notice if you're holding tension in your eyes, soften. Feel into the sensations of stretching, of opening, of changing, awakening. We're moving into your final few moments here. So release the back of your heart a little more, your jaw, your pelvic floor. Just feeling the stretching sensation in your legs, and really give into that. Okay, and then very slowly start to pick yourself up, and you can let your head just keep hanging until you come upright. Bring your hands to a place that is supportive. You can move your props and sit in whatever way feels like just nice, just to kind of be for a moment. Just receive yourself. Good. Okay, so we're going to take a side bend and a twist. So I'm going to open the legs again, but this time let's keep the right knee in, and we'll extend the left leg. Feel free to prop up underneath your right knee. Give the right foot a little massage because it's there. Yes. Okay. And then set your foot So I actually like pull it in and then I kind of push it down, like see if I can get the top of the foot to the floor more. It's not going to happen, but it might. Good. All right. So I'm going to start with just side bending over to the left. So you have your props there. I don't know if you're going to need them, but you could throw one in. Let's take the left hand down. I'm going to keep the right hand on this thigh and just start to push this thigh away. And then as I do that, I'll walk the left hand out a little more. I'm going to turn my head to the right. Now shift the ribs to the left. Good. And now sweep that right arm straight up and over. And now here you might, you can come onto your props if that works. I'm just going to come onto the forearm and extend. Now I sweep the ribs over to the right. So just a boop, breathe. And you can stay in this side bend. So don't change anything. Just take the right arm up and all the way back. Turn the palm and just drop it behind your back. And then let the head drop, jaw drop, breathe. So if you need to put a block so your right hand has something to rest on, you can throw that in, but you might not need it. Okay, now I'm just going to start to turn my chin down to face the floor. And you might not go all the way to the floor. You're just looking for sensation. Okay, soften where you can. Readjust. If it's too deep, you need to come up. Whatever you need to do. I'm just going to turn my left palm up. And soften the right shoulder. Good. Okay, so to come up, I'm just going to release the right arm and I'm going to take the right hand down inside of this left leg. Pick yourself up, put the left hand down, and then so your hands are on either side of your leg. Walk yourself upright. Turn your chest, belly more to this leg, and then walk yourself out. And here again, you don't need to have a prop, but if your forehead comes really close, you can always throw your bolster in and support it. When we support the forehead, we're actually really softening the nervous system. The other thing, I'll show another way. I'll just rest the end of the bolster to the top of my foot, and then I can put my forehead here. So whatever works for you to support your forehead, I support. And then just drop in. Feel your breath. Soften your jaw. And you fidget a little bit, and then find that place where you can really be here. Okay, notice anything you're gripping. And you might need to keep holding it, but maybe you can let the gripping melt. Okay. Now just feel into your right knee. And you're just going to push the knee into the floor. It's going to rock your body a little bit more to the left. And then you can let that go so the body drops back and then press in again. Just find a little rocking through the motion of the right knee, if that makes sense. You're rocking your little boat. Good. Okay, and then if you love that, you can stay with it. Either drop in again. Just our final few breaths. Good. Okay, and slowly extricating yourself from this. You can keep your eyes closed and bring yourself back into sitting cross. Maybe it's opposite cross or whatever it is. And just feel. And we're just going to take twist here. We're going to twist to the left side just to open or release the right side a little bit. So take the left hand behind. Maybe it's on a block or the floor. Right hand over and then just turn. We'll just take 3 breaths here and close your eyes. Let the jaw go. Listen to your breathing. And we'll release, and we're just gonna go right to the second side. So just move a little bit in different order. Let's take twist here. Notice how different this twist feels without any of that other stuff. At least for me, it's a big difference. Good. Okay, and then bring yourself back, and we'll just lovingly move our props over and take this Janu Shirshasana, Baddha Konasana, Upavishta, bent knee, wide-legged. Okay, move your props over if you use them. And we'll start with that side bend. So the right hand can go on the floor, on your bolster. Good, and then you're just gonna take that left arm, we're gonna reach it up. And as it comes up, you know, you can kind of walk this out or on top of your bolster. Oh, I forgot. No, we put it here first. Put it onto your thigh. Yes. And then we'll just press it away. How could I forget this? This feels so good. Turn your head to the right. Maybe move back a little bit. Good. And then sweep it off. And now take it up. And out. I'm shifting my ribs to the left. Reaching. I'm going to turn my right palm to face up. Breathe. And then keep everything as it is. Head dropping, everything. Just lift that left arm up. Turn the palm to face behind you and bring it behind your back. And then drop in. Let the neck get that little stretch there. And then the more I drop my head and release the left shoulder, a little more. And I'm just going to start to turn my chin down very slowly, as if it's going to point to the floor. And anywhere there, you can just stop, breathe, smile, release. And soften your pelvic floor, your eyes. Feel your breath. And I'm going to release the left arm and just take that left hand to the inside of the right leg. I come up, I'm going to put the right hand to the outside of the leg, and then walk yourself upright, establish. You can bring the bolster in wherever you like it, and then bring yourself down into your forward fold here. So bolster to support you any way. And play with it. And just supporting the third eye. Good. And then once you're settled, then be with your pose. You release any place you can. Notice the places you grip. And then soften your jaw. That'll let things know everything's okay. Feel your breath. Feel your breath nourishing your body. Good. Okay, and then very gently taking yourself upright, and might keep your eyes closed, moving your props and just coming to sit again, just for a moment or two. we're just going to do one last forward fold in Baddha Konasana. And so that's the soles of the feet together. So you have your props there. If you need to prop up, do it. Give yourself a little footy, because I think we forgot to rub one foot. Can't have that. Rub them both. And, okay. And then we'll bring ourselves into this forward fold here. So adjusting, inhale, and exhale, walk yourself in. You might grab your props again this time, and they might rest on your feet wherever they go. You use your blocks to support your bolster. That is going to work for you. And great. And just dropping in. And really feel your breath and how your waves are moving. Feel into your eyes, your jaw, and the back of your heart. Just releasing everything you can through your breath, through your open hips, open pelvis. So take two more, cleansing, nourishing breaths. Nice full inhale, full exhale. And then bring yourself upright. And again, just savor that feeling of calm, of ease through your head. And we're going to move into Shavasana here. And I want this to be like a really calming Shavasana. So I'm going to take the bolster and set it on its angle as we do sometimes. And, you don't have to do that. I'm going to use the blocks. So if you like that idea, then I'm going to take the blocks and puppy, move. Okay, and then I'm just going to separate them apart a little bit. And I'll rest the bolster over top. Okay. And I'm going to take a blanket. If you have two bolsters, you can put another bolster underneath your knees. But I'm just going to roll up a blanket and use that. Okay, I'm going to have an eye pillow. So I'm just going to put this blanket actually underneath my Achilles. I feel like that is going to be better. Okay, cover yourself. Make it nice. I'm going to do a little tapping on the crown of the head and the heart. So as I start to come in, so set yourself up, make sure everything feels good. If it doesn't, adjust it. If you don't like the bolster like that, that's fine. You take it out. Okay, and then once you're set here, you can take your hands, just tap your crown of your head. You can lift your head up, just tap it, or if you're still sitting, and just tap, 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 and tap your forehead, the sides of your head. And the crown, get the crown most of all, center of the head, tap, 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 tap. Good. And then I'm going to tap my heart space a couple times. Remember this as kids. It was so fun. It felt so good. And what you were doing was connecting your throat to your heart. So nice. All right. And then I'm just going to sneak my eye pillow out and we'll drop in. Okay, so, the eye pillow can go right on your eyes, but if you don't like that, you just rest it on your forehead. And even that little bit of weight there might be nice. Okay. And then we'll rest into our stillness. So feel that your head is supported nicely, and if it's not, just adjust that block by the head. You might even angle it. The head will hold it, so that even the small face of the block might be right at the back of your head, and if you felt the bottom, it would just be angled a little bit. If that helps you, take it. So same rule, you take the first few moments of your resting pose, make any adjustments. If you'd rather be in cross-legged or Baddha Konasana, opening your pelvic floor for your Shavasana, that's totally fine and lovely. And it's coming back to all that work we did of connecting to the flow of your breath. And just feeling that nice, easy waves of breath, soothing you and inviting you. Just ride the waves. Just bringing your awareness back to your breath, to your body, supported by your props and by the floor. Just feeling those props meeting your body and your body meeting those props. Releasing yourself more deeply in any place you can. As you sink more deeper into this resting pose, you might choose to stay here as we close out this practice, and that is beautiful and fine. And if you'd like to come up to seated and just starting to invite yourself to make conscious movements through the fingers, the toes, the ankles, the wrists, even turning your head side to side a few times might feel very nice. Just hold the eye pillow in place as I do that. And then just journeying your way from here. So if you are on this bolster height, just remind yourself you're on a height as you roll off. And support yourself, moving into your fetal position for a breath or two, or 5 or 6. And whenever you choose to come upright, and that's beautiful, and I'll meet you here, and if you want to stay lying down, and that's really beautiful too. So just as I come upright, I'm just going to take that heart shape mudra, just hold it in front of my heart, bow down to an open heart, being open-hearted, to be loving, to be compassionate, to send it out. So much hurt and so much fear, anxiety throughout the world right now, like a global pandemic. And it's taking in all that you have offered yourself and all that you have invited in. And I'm just going to bring these hands back into this open heart with the finger pads just all touching. And I'm going to keep the opening and bring the thumbs up and bring the palms together. So I have this like I'm holding my heart in front of my heart. And I'll bow the chin and just offer everything in our hearts, everything we have evoked in practice, and just send it out. Good. And then keeping your hands in that same mudra or sealing the palms together if you wish. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale. And we'll join together, or just let the words wash over you. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy, and may we be happy. We'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. And take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Hold that breath. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Peace, Om Peace. Good. Lift your chin, open your eyes. We'll just send that out. Yes, beauties. Mwah. Well, thank you so much, you guys, for joining with me, sharing practice. I love it, I love it, I love it. And great love in my heart. Namaste, my friend.